fussing with the crotasi.
I'm just going to finger the crotasi.
What are you doing?
I knocked it and I saw a glimmer of light come through, and we're not meant to see any light in the Goop studio.
It's supposed to be time agnostic in here.
Which, okay, producer Joops suggested we call it the Joops studio instead of the Goop studio, which, yeah, but what if it's still spelled like the Goop studio, but it's like that GIF or GIF thing?
Yeah.
We just call
love that.
the Joops studio.
yeah, I love that.
Okay, good.
Hi, everyone. My name is Claire.
And I'm Molly.
And this is Book Stupid. We're back.
Yeah. Welcome back, Cracker Jack.
Oh, thanks, Cracker Jack. Thanks, sweetheart. What's going on with you? Tell me about it.
Well, this weekend has been just riddled with 21-year-olds.
Just leaving them in our wake.
just turning 21-year-olds left and right.
It's not like what it sounds
like. But both of my weekend nights were spent with under 25s.
Yeah.
Friday we had that in common.
Do you have a renewed sense of your childlike wonder?
No, I feel like unk.
What does unk mean?
Oh my god, girl, keep up. You sound like unk when you want to.
It's like giving old. I don't know. But I don't know unk.
Wait, you know what's so bad? I had a coworker slack me something that had a millennial grr in it this week.
What's that?
Like it was like legal needs to get back on this grr.
Like, it's a thing.
Well, it was like the
it's
early
like
millennial.
Derp.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like it's like so awkward, right? So random.
A dinosaur.
Rawr.
Rawr. Yeah, it felt very rawr.
Okay, good to know. I will never say grr.
No, not the millennial grr.
Yeah.
It makes me feel like unk. So basically, unk is like you're old. Few is like you're young.
Like nephew.
Yeah.
Sick. Okay.
And I'm feeling unk.
I'm for sure unk.
Yeah.
Yes, we went to the Yankees game with your brothers on Friday, and their friends, and what a crew they were.
What a crew.
They were really making me laugh so hard.
I know, they're really funny.
Yeah, and they all followed the pod, so shout out
to
them.
Doubt you actually listen, but if you're out there, thank you for your follows. But I thought that was quite fun.
Yes, it was.
And then on my Saturday night, I was on the rooftop of an age-appropriate friend's little brother.
Right.
And most of them had gone to Fordham, but they graduated in 2024.
Which I didn't realize was an option. How cool.
If I'd known that, might have stayed on.
I think I would have Jeremiah'd for 8 more years. 7, 8, who knows?
It's impossible to say. And then, we were like, we went to Fordham. And they were like, when? I was like, shut the fuck up.
I think if you graduated in 2024, 2017 probably sounds like so that's actually such a big gap.
It is.
Whoa.
What pisses me off though is for whatever reason, Mittens was there. They thought he was one of theirs.
I think that's crazy.
Mittens was saying oh yeah, I played rugby, and they're like, oh, you know Titus? No, he doesn't know Titus. Titus could be his child.
Titus is his few.
Titus is few. But I don't know if that was that same assumption was conferred onto me. I assume not. But I'd left my wallet somewhere, and then one of the kids returned it to Mittens saying, "This your girls?"
That is I don't know, that does something for me. If someone said this your girls, I'd be like, yeah.
Is this your girl's wallet? And then later I was talking to another of the kids. She's like, oh, did you by chance leave your wallet somewhere? And I was like, yeah, are you the one who returned it to Mittens saying, is this your girl? She's like, no, I gave it to Ali, who gave it to him. I wouldn't have said that. That's funny though. I was like, yeah, no, it's great. It's fun. This is layer to the marriage. She goes, you're married?
She was like, 2017 and you're married?
Is this your wife's?
Is this your woman's?
Oh, you're not a girl at all. Yeah, so that was cool. Very cool.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I did feel really old with your brothers and their friends.
Yeah.
That's all.
But such fun.
We had such a great time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My what fun.
My what fun. Shared a
that's
bucket
great.
of tenders at the game.
Yeah. And when the boys stood up to go to concessions, taking our order as they went.
Yeah, they were like, "What do you guys want?"
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like, yeah, this. Sage turns, she goes, God, it's nice to have little brothers. I was like, yeah.
I've never been.
Being an oldest is fun.
I'm going to fetch. I'm not.
You're the
I
go
don't
fetch
get-
it boy.
Yeah.
I have go fetch it boys.
It's so weird. Like, I really don't have any, like, being a youngest is, and you being the oldest, we couldn't be it further. Those are canonically the ends of the spectrum. So sometimes it's just shocking.
Yeah,
Like,
when you get
a taste of the good life.
when I confer my eldest status onto you,
Yeah.
It's all about packaging. It's about spin.
It's brand.
It's all brand.
Totally.
Uh-huh.
Cool.
I'll
that
time
sounds-
you.
That's such a good one. You know what my brother used to do? Ugh. And like, it's the kind of thing where I still to this day, like, he could tell me that he did this and I'd be like, wow. Like, he still is pulling a fast one. But he used to, like, when my mom would be like, you have to unload the dishwasher, and like she'd be like, you and Chris unload the dishwasher, and he'd be like, I'm gonna do I want the top part of the dishwasher because it's easier, when in reality he was completely lying to me. The bottom, wait,
I think reverse. Yeah.
he's got me right where he wants me.
You're all fucked up from the mind control.
Yeah, he just always knew
I want
how
the
to,
bottom because it's easier, and you're like,
and you're like,
I want the bottom.
exactly, there it is. you're in the mind of the oldest. Still like, I don't know which part of the dishwasher do I want.
Yeah.
That's really
thing?
fucked up. You guys are fucked up.
Totally. Another just easy one is just quantifying. Like, as soon as there's a number attached, it's like enticing. So it's like, do this and you can have 3 of something.
3 of what?
You
Doesn't
never
matter.
ask. Yeah. Oh, fine. You can have 4. It's like, you never say what it is. I come back and it's 4 high fives. Good job, buddy.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think I ever felt. You have a bigger age difference. I don't think that one was.
Oh, yeah.
Me.
Will's 10 years younger. I'm literally an 18-year-old being like, go get me a beer.
You can have 5 root beers.
Yeah. Yep.
Uh,
what about you? What have you been up to, huh?
What have I been up to? So.
Hang on, I just
sorry, I was staring at my nails.
But it looked like she had picked a booger from her eye and was maybe examining that.
Which I probably did. My big headline from the week is that I had to call the fire department. So I think it's been well established on the podcast that I'm sort of like, where's my stuff? Where's my head? She would lose it if it wasn't attached. And I flew back. Well, okay, I'll start actually with my first headline, which was that I was in the desert last week.
Yeah.
Which was
We just missed each other on the West Coast.
right. We were doing West Coast last week.
Yeah.
You were in LA. I was in Palm Springs area. For work trips. The Wood Manor Lodge or something. I don't know.
A romantic getaway for 2.
Yes. Okay, so I got like the last cabin. It was like a collection of cabins.
Oh.
And I got the last cabin that was available, and I was like, oh, it's perfect. It's like, it's got 1 bed, like that's all I need, you know?
It's heart-shaped.
There's a hot tub. It was billed as a romantic getaway for 2.
Uh-huh.
And the reason it was billed that way. Oh, also, then I get there and they're like, "Oh, you're in our cottage in the woods." And I was like, "Oh, yeah!" And I had to walk down a secret path to get
Well,
to.
that's where you got your mosquito bite.
I actually didn't get that many mosquito bats, but I
Good.
did sear off all of my skin. But every time I walked to my cabin, I was like, oh, it's a romantic getaway for 2 because someone has to watch out for the coyotes.
Someone's got to have your sex while you walk. Yeah.
Someone's got to be like. It was so scary.
Yeah.
And
Do you know, what's the best practice for deterring coyotes? With black bears, you're supposed to get big, make noise. Brown bears,
you think I know? I
Get
don't.
alpacas.
alpacas?
One alpaca will deter coyotes.
Oh, well, that could have been my plus
Your
one
plus
for my romantic
getaway
getaway.
for a 1 woman and 1
my
alpaca. Perfect.
I was just like, because I'm not from California, and
You're not?
I'm not.
Canonically from Philadelphia.
Very famously from
The
Philadelphia.
main fucking line.
The main fucking line. So I'm like walking through the forest, and I was like, oh my god, I forgot that there's like real like predators out. Like there could be bears.
Oh my god, like big cats.
Big cats.
Yeah.
And bears.
Yeah.
So every time I walked through the forest to the cottage in the woods, I was like scared out of my.
We're doing like
mind.
the Meredith Blake with like the sticks,
I was like running with
lines.
my flashlight. It's like everyone be cool.
Worth it for the pool though.
It was worth it for the pool. I did like. I really enjoyed being in the desert heat because
dry heat.
The dry heat. I didn't sweat like at all, which is crazy because I walk outside here and it's like, oh, she took a shower. But it was a town with no conditioner, which was tough because I obviously didn't bring any. Yeah. So I came back with the hair like straw, skin grilled to perfection. I'm only now sort of like reabsorbing water.
Cool.
So what did I start off? Oh, the fire department. So I got home on Monday after like a true travel day.
Did your hair just spontaneously combust?
Yeah, it rubbed against my pillow and like. I got home one Monday night after like a really long travel day, and I was like, I want to cook a little bit, so made some pasta. Fully left the stove on. I didn't leave the stove on. I left the gas on. You know how you can like not turn it off all the way.
You know how you can.
You know how you can like poison yourself. Yeah. I left that on all night, and then I went to work the next day.
Yeah.
Got home around 5:30.
Working hard or hardly working.
All right. And I was like, smells like gas in here.
Oh, boy.
But I was just sure it's fine. And then I was like, I should just, like, check the stove.
I'm sure it's fine.
Like,
If I know me, didn't do that.
It couldn't have been me.
Yeah.
Gas is on. I am, like... Ashley was like, you should call the fire department. I texted my brother because he usually knows what to do in these situations, and he was
Great.
Is there like a helpline, a New York City helpline? He's like, I prefer the top part of the dishwasher.
But he's right, isn't that like 311?
Yeah, so I called 311, and they were like, oh, yeah, you gotta call the fire department. And they connected me with it. Right, fine.
Put me through the phone tree.
And they did, and they were like, all right, you need to go outside right now, and like, stop breathing in the gas and also like wait for the fire department. They put on the fucking sirens, like they did the whole thing, and then they like drove up my street with the sirens, and the guy, the fireman's going like this, and I'm like, yeah, I called, like,
no, what's your number?
And I'm like, all right, boys, come on. He's like, and I'm like, yes, I did call. Is that what we're signing here?
Yeah.
And then he was like, no, what did you call about? And I was like, oh, the gas is on in my apartment. They come upstairs and they were like, did you say that your apartment's on fire? And I was like, no, I wouldn't say that. Are you the girl
who cried fire?
I wouldn't say that. That would be crazy. I just said that I left my gas on. It's normal.
Hey, are you obsessed with attention?
Because we put on our little sirens because we thought your apartment was on fire. And I was like, I didn't say that.
Someone in the phone tree.
Yeah, someone miscommunicated something. But all they do, apparently, just for future reference, is pull your stove out and turn off the gas. There's like a little thing. And then they were like, oh, it'll come on, back on in 20 minutes. But I wasn't like paying attention, obviously. So they like...
carbon monoxide poisoning?
Yeah, I was dying. And they just left my stove like pulled out with the gas off. And I was like, wait a minute. Am I supposed to turn the gas back on? What the hell? But then Con Ed showed up 20 minutes later.
Just wait and a man will do it for you.
Let a lesson be learned to us all.
And she's still poisoned to this day.
First the lead got me, then the carbon monoxide. But Con Ed was like, hey, once you do this once, you never do it again. And I was like, don't tempt fate,
me
buddy.
with a good time.
You haven't met me.
I am so glad you don't have a pet.
That's what he said. He was like, well, yeah, sure, for that reason, but then, because they could have died. But but he was like, do you have a cat? And I was like, okay, profiling. And I was like, no, I don't have a cat. And he was like,
311, I've been profiled.
Because we Found a dead cat.
They found a dead cat? No.
He was like, because sometimes if you have cats, they'll turn the stove on for
Because
when
they
they're
want to die
playing.
so bad.
That too.
Wow.
So, and then he also said, he was like, you're lucky none of your neighbors smelled it, because if they, like, smell it coming from your apartment and they call the fire department will knock your door down.
Meanwhile, none of your neighbors can smell.
No, because they're all, like, so old.
Right. But also, you might have killed one or two.
Possible.
Have you looked into that?
Possible.
Huh.
So yeah, that was my big headline from the week, is just, make sure that your oven is turned off when you go to bed.
Yeah. You're getting a lot of gentleman callers.
Am I really? Oh, the lead.
The lead, the fire, the Con Ed.
The Con Ed. There's just a revolving door at my apartment,
Yeah, no, I have a new enemy right now. I've got probably 3.
Okay.
But this woman is now top of my list. She is obsessed with my dog's balls.
Is this the woman who...
She's such a pervert.
Is she the one who said his sexy balls or whatever?
Yes, and she can't stop commenting on it. Hector's not neutered yet because he's a baby, and we had to clear his puppy pyoderma before the operation.
Of course.
Those are logical things
Yeah.
laid out by my vet.
Yeah.
This woman is on a single-minded campaign to keep Hector's manhood intact. She is obsessed, and it's so fucking gross. And I see her because she'll be walking her dog, her notably unneutered dog, at the same time as I'm walking Hector.
This woman at all.
Oh my god, she approaches me each and every time she sees me, and the first thing she says is now, without any variation, sexy. That's how she approaches my dog. Sexy. Lady, I'm going to commit you. I'm calling 311 on your
You need
ass.
to call 311. I'm so scared
Sexy.
of her.
Yeah. She's like, oh, I
Wait, I really am so upset.
Yeah. Yup.
How do you report, like, a...
Sexual harassment for my dog?
Yeah.
I don't, but it's like
It's
really...
a perfect crime.
All right, stupid ass. Any of you perverts out there looking for the perfect crime to do. Yeah, if you want to sexually harass without consequence, do it to a dog.
Yeah. Because there really is no...
Right, like, and I would sound crazy trying to, like, get any kind of justice.
Right, how do you take her to court? We'll find our firm
Grant and Young will find a way.
We defend the dogs of Manhattan.
Yeah. She's super gross, and her dog started, like, normal dog stuff. They're smelling each other's butts. She's like, doesn't that smell good? Just like you. Lady, are you talking about the scent of my dog's balls?
I, like, hate her.
I hate her. So yeah, she's enemy number 1 right now, and would you believe she's got competition even with that kind of conduct?
I believe it.
Yeah, it's the building I live in is just...
That is really, really, really creepy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I hate it.
It's one thing to be like, I don't believe in being like, dogs shouldn't be neutered, or what's the other word? Spayed. Like, I think that's a weird crusade to be on.
It feels very Maha.
Very Maha. And also, but like, separate from that, she's not even just like, we shouldn't, do that to our dogs.
No,
it's like,
she's like...
it's sexy not to. And that's where she really loses me. She's lost me from the beginning, but then to take it in a sexual route, really...
really troubling.
I can't. I'm just worried about you now.
Well, yeah. And I think she is, like, of the Maha camp, saying the quiet part loud. Like, a lot of it is just about being a lunatic, but...
Right, yeah. True.
She's just deranged. So I like that she wears it on her sleeve, I guess. I know exactly what I'm fucking dealing with, but she's a problem.
I'm, like, worried about her dog. I hope she doesn't, like...
I know, right?
Like, creepy.
Yeah. I know. Ugh.
Well, when does Hector get his balls cut off, huh?
Well, we're mostly clear of the puppy pyoderma, so I just have to schedule it. It's, like, obviously I would do it anyway for, like, a public health, like, thing. Like, for female dogs, like, you should spay them for, like, health reasons for them. But for male dogs, like, there aren't a ton of, like, direct health reasons or consequences I don't
Right.
think. But it's a public health thing. You don't want a dog that can impregnate other
Yeah,
dogs.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
that's whatever. But my vet also gave me another reason. She was like, I know, like, sometimes the main, like dog specific thing you might want to neuter to avoid is like if they become aggressive, like neutering them can curb that behavior. And Hector's not aggressive at all, but she's like, it's actually not about like, great that he's not aggressive, but being unneutered makes you more of a target for aggressive dogs because it's like they know it about each other. Like
Yeah.
you have testosterone or you don't. Like it's all
Right.
part of what you're sniffing, I guess.
Yeah.
But so like another dog might be like, oh, you're challenging my alpha status
Got
or
it.
whatever just by virtue of having testicles.
Right.
And Hector would be like, no.
I'm a nice guy.
I'm a nice guy. So it's like a good action if you don't want your dog to be a target.
Interesting.
I know, I
Okay.
found that interesting too.
No, I definitely think you're making the right call.
Thank you.
And I can't wait till you rub his
I
lack of balls in her face.
Can't wait for this lady to leave my dog alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a real freak. Anyway.
Oh, wow. Keep an eye out for her, everyone.
Keep an eye out for Selena.
Yeah.
So, what have we been consuming, even though we know?
Is there anything else on TV right now besides The Summer I Turned Pretty? One thing I'm really...
I just
Spilled
spilled
your
on myself
raspberry
thinking
rose.
about Conrad, yeah.
Ooh. One thing I wanted to say about The Summer I Turned Pretty is we are experiencing monoculture.
Yeah, yes.
Which I love
really, monoculture.
Yeah, and like I think even like the last 2 seasons for sure people were watching it, but it feels like this season everyone is like foaming at the mouth for this season. And I do also want to say Jenny Han is crazy.
She's crazy.
This is the most. I think we're all like, oh my god, it's so crazy that Belly. Like I feel like a big part of the discourse is like it's crazy that Belly has dated these 2 brothers.
Yeah.
Let's remember that Belly is a fictional character created by Jenny Han. Jenny Han.
That woman is sick.
Yeah, and
yeah.
twisted for this.
Uh-huh.
But it is kind of brilliant.
Yeah.
It is brilliant.
It's right, provocative.
It's kind of provocative. And like it's so different from anything else we get on our TV screens a little bit.
I think so, yeah.
I this week this was the big episode I feel like people have been waiting for, which was the Conrad POV.
Yeah.
Episode 5. And I literally like was like treating it like I was like, I can't watch it until like I have a nice evening to myself. Like, it needs to
Draw a
be.
bath.
It was like a very sacred viewing for me.
Okay, yeah.
I was like, I finally had the night off from my activities on Thursday, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna tuck in. I made brownies. And it was worth it.
Mhm.
Boy, was it worth it. But I
Boy.
hate like. I'm like, I have to watch it as soon as it comes out because
otherwise it's
it's
spoiled.
gonna get spoiled for
Because
me.
monoculture.
Because monoculture.
And I want to participate in the monoculture.
Exactly. So yeah, this was the episode we got. Conrad's POV of Belly.
Mhm.
They're stuck in the house alone because Jer Bear took on an assignment at work for once. Seems really out of character.
It was foisted upon him, essentially.
Yeah, true. What did you think about it?
I loved it. I also, notably, to Jenny Han's twisted fucking mind, she directed this episode.
And her paw prints were all over it.
She was like, "You're gonna watch the Conrad POV I wrote."
Yes.
That I have
yes.
on my heart.
In my heart.
I famously have a little bit of a hard time actually watching it. Like, I have to take breaks. Because I'm like,
it's too
you
much.
guys are really... Yeah, the stakes are so high.
Yeah.
I mean, families are being torn asunder. Like,
I know, that's the undercurrent of what's about to happen is like
violent.
it's violent.
It's a violent show.
She's about to ruin this family for the 4th time.
And then, like, kind of to your point of like Jenny on this
Yeah.
mind, like, I had a great time in the first season. Where
Yeah,
it's
first
like,
season was great.
It's an innocent show about teen romance,
Yeah.
though, and like coming of age.
Yeah.
So that we have covered ground, so many miles of ground,
Yeah.
such that we are now standing at the cliff of, shall I really ruin this family forever with a marriage? Now that I've screwed both brothers.
And then I'm gonna cheat.
And I'm gonna cheat.
Or
and
I think I don't know what's actually
Yeah.
gonna happen because I haven't.
And maybe it's that I stopped watching the second season entirely, like 2 episodes in. It does feel like startling, though, to find myself here.
Yes.
Where the adult decisions have such consequence attached to them.
Right. It's too real all of a sudden.
It's
like
too real.
I mean, here's the other thing is like, I think Jenny made some decisions with the writing that I find mind-boggling. Like the wedding itself is
It's crazy.
And like I think I have an issue with Belly where like I never understand her. I don't understand her
At all.
I think that's a common.
Right.
She doesn't really have anything that like grounds her,
which makes it difficult too to believe that these 2 boys are just so in love with her.
I completely agree.
Yeah.
Which I do. I need to put a pin in that.
Okay.
But yes, I think I find it hard to believe that any 22-year-old woman, I guess, that I would root for would be like, sure, I'll get married.
I know.
So I'm just like, this whole wedding plotline is a little bit hard to like manage. But again, I don't know anything about Belly, so I'm like, maybe she would get married at 22. Who knows?
Kind of, yeah. And then the only other kind of like suspension of disbelief that like I can allow myself is like, well, this one death, like Susanna's death, seemed to kind of change everyone's expectations and timelines. Like maybe that was such a consequential death in the family that like everyone is behaving atypical to what we would expect.
I almost hope.
I hope.
And then also I think that we're supposed to believe that the Stephen almost dying thing is a catalyst for a lot of this.
Which I'm like, that was treated so light touch, kind of.
Agreed.
Like, in the space of an episode, he's walking around making his snide little jokes.
Which I love Stephen. I'm sorry, I'm all over with my opinions on this.
I love Stephen.
Stephen is maybe my favorite character on the show.
And I like him. I like the actor.
Me too. I think he's very like comedically gifted.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I passed him on the street. He was carrying a bag of golf clubs, and someone was also passing him like near me, and he goes, "Wait, Jenny or like Jenna with whatever the fucking girl's name."
Yeah.
And I thought, I was like, "No, Molly." He was talking to a girl behind me, but he was just doing a run-in with a random friend, and I was like, it could be that easy to just talk to Steven.
Yeah.
Why didn't I do that?
I saw someone ran into him at a bar in the East Village this weekend on TikTok.
Hell yeah.
I also, I think a lot of people aren't interested in the Steven Taylor dynamic. I am.
I think I am too. I definitely feel more attached to Taylor than I have previously.
Yes, same.
But I kind of love Steven's like fresh shot at like a normal fucking relationship with someone he hasn't known since he was 6.
Sure, but I hate
with the coworker. Yeah.
I hate the coworker.
I know. It's like
She
a
is
classic
so
like
grating.
nag him until he loves you. Like shut up,
and
girl.
her like vests. I'm sorry. Like,
I know.
Can we not style her like that?
I like the way Steven is styled.
He's
that feels
styled,
very
yes.
realistic to his character.
Yes, he is just a great character.
He
like
is.
so realized.
Yeah.
So has like that's the thing about Belly. She has like no real. I saw a TikTok about this. So I feel this isn't like an original. I've watched so many TikToks about this, so I can't even pin down who said this. But like she has nothing. There's nothing interesting about Belly. I'm sorry. The only interesting thing about her is that she has dated 2 brothers.
Totally. Like,
and she
if I
can't
ran
make
into
up
her
mind.
at a party, like, was meeting her because she's a friend of
Yeah.
a friend, I'd be like, it's so boring until she's like, well, like, did you hear her? Like, then I'd be
like seated. Yeah.
But otherwise,
for sure.
I'm like, yeah, giggle puss. Like.
Yeah, but so when I said I would need to put a pin in this, I do think, and like I've said this before, like I don't think I've gotten a good sense of like Conrad being, like, why is Conrad in love with her? Why is he yearning for her? This episode, I feel like, did do a good job of like, oh, he sees her so differently.
Yeah.
Than like even I see her.
Right. Yeah.
Like I don't find her interesting, and he does seem to like if he's the moon, she's the sun kind of thing.
Right, which works.
Yeah, which was kind of beautiful.
And he likes being her
think that
hero.
was good. A great line on my part.
Yeah. Sorry, I should have let that hit.
Yeah, thank you.
Everybody just sit with that.
Sit with that. If he's the moon, she's the sun.
See, I thought you were actually doing something. Like, you've read one of the books?
I haven't read the books.
Oh.
But I know in the show, he always, like, Susanna says, Belly looks at Conrad like he hangs the moon.
Right. And I think, based on what I'm seeing, again, spoilers and, like, so much content about, but I think he gives her, like, a moon and sun or moon and stars, like, piece of jewelry at
to
some
add
point.
to the infinity necklace.
Right. Her collection of jewels for one brother.
These boys have no taste.
Puka shell bracelet, infinity necklace. Yeah, I don't know. That's yet to be confirmed, but I agree. I also think, because I had just thrown out, like, he likes being her hero, but I saw a good poll on Twitter, I think it was, where it was just the screen grabs of the two moments. Like, I think it was from the breakup scene with Jeremiah, where she's like, you have such an inferiority complex. And he's like, wonder who gave me that. Regarding her sleeping with his brother.
So nasty.
And then side by side, the screen grabs of her saying to Conrad, you have such a hero complex. And then him going, I guess I'll work on that. So, like,
chills.
Come on. Come on!
I also, like, I will say, and this kind of goes into what we read this week, I'm kind of enjoying, like, the hero. I like their dynamic of, like, he, like, I don't know. We also, I think, for the first time got, and I would have appreciated a little bit of this in season 1, we got a little more of their, like, background as kids.
Yes.
Which was really cute.
Yes.
Like, I don't know, how Conrad would, like, helped her learn how to ride her bike.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. That was kind of sweet.
And it's also, like, a nice, like, I agree, I like the dynamic, and it doesn't feel, like, paternalistic.
No.
It feels like I'm your support and your biggest fan. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be the infrastructure however you need me to be.
Yeah.
And then you feel that, like, as a direct comparison to how Belly has to treat Jeremiah, where she actively mothers him.
Yeah.
Like,
And Belly is, like, I will say, she's like a wee-wah, so, like, really she shouldn't be the mother.
She should be. Right. She's in need of.
She does kind of need Conrad.
Yeah.
Like, I'll be honest.
Yeah. And that really speaks to how much of a wee-wah Jeremiah is. If
He's
you're
like-
being mothered by a wee-wah, you are so fucked.
Also, we're saying wee-wah like that means anything. That's just a thing we say.
But it's what it sounds like.
It's
you're
exactly
like,
what it sounds like.
You're just
it's
an absolute.
onomatopoeia.
Like, you're an absolute
You're
bump on a log.
bump on a log. You've got nothing going for you. You're just like a loser.
Wah, wah.
Yeah, you're a wah-wah.
Yeah, you're. You see
You bring nothing to
the
the
etymology
table.
from womp womp to wee wah. Yeah, you bring nothing to the table
Yeah.
as the wee wah of it all. So I'm, like, really looking forward to the next episode.
Me too.
Now that we've finally broken free of Jeremiah's tyrannical rule.
Well, we haven't really yet. I do like, she adds these details where I'm like, okay, yeah, like, this was a great thing to make me hate him.
Yeah.
Like, obviously the cacao cake nonsense.
With the mirror glaze.
Yeah, like, that was horrible to listen
perfect.
to.
Yeah.
But perfect.
Yeah.
And then, like, even the ending where Belly compromises on the dance from Pulp Fiction being a part of the wedding?
Yeah.
What? Doesn't feel consistent with Jeremiah. Well, actually, it does feel consistent with Jeremiah's character, but it makes me hate him.
Oh, remember when he played that song at the debutante?
The best shirt, yeah.
I'm dancing like Jeremiah, for anyone listening.
Imagine Molly in a mesh shirt and no conditioner.
He's been living in the desert.
He's been living in the
at
desert.
the lover's cottage.
Ah.
Yeah, really, just this fucking awful stuff. But she was like, on the whole cake thing, he's like, we agreed we'd each get one thing. I don't know. For those counting at home, I think Jeremiah's up to, like, 9 things.
Yeah, agreed.
The biggest things, and Belly's got all of 0.
Oh, yeah, what is Belly's thing? I don't even know.
Nothing.
I'm so excited to see how this plays out, though. I really am. I like what they're doing with, like, dialing up the comparison between Jeremiah and Adam, too.
Yeah.
Where, like, in this episode, Adam gives him a task at work.
Adam is the
Jeremiah
dad.
completes one task and gets a blank check for the wedding.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
But you're starting to see that, like, Jeremiah morally is a lot like
Yes.
his dad.
And will always be beholden to his dad's
Yes.
perception of him, whereas Conrad is free of that.
Kind of has a lot going on for him.
Right.
So
Right.
fun. Oh my god. Okay, also I want to talk about the peach scene. Sorry, I have so much to
The
say about
peach
this
scene.
episode. The peach scene made me deeply uncomfortable. I don't know why people were so into it. Oh my god.
You didn't like the peach scene?
Why was she eating like that? And then she was like, I'm gonna have another one. I was like, this is pornographic.
Greedy goose. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna be honest, and I get it. I missed a whole season. I do have whiplash from like this 16-year-old or 15-year-old
Yeah.
to this moment. But I'm like, yeah, that's classic, like, messy little baby belly. Put on your
belly button.
Yeah, put on your bib like you're a baby. I wasn't like, that's pornographic. I was like, that's a child eating a fruit.
And I do think there's like it's part of Conrad's. I saw a take that was like, no, Belly didn't actually eat the peach like that. Conrad just looks at her like he thinks that's hot. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
And then I also saw, I think it's also supposed to be like Conrad just wants to take care of her. And so, like, he's like, my messy belly, I just want to wipe your face.
Eat your baby food.
Which just didn't do anything for me personally.
No.
I thought it was kind of gross, and I didn't
Yeah.
get why people were so, like, jizzing their pants over that.
Did you see the annotated script from Jenny Han?
No.
She posted that. I don't know if it was on Twitter or Instagram, but her annotation on the peach scene was, I instructed Belly, what's her actor name?
Lola Tongue. Yeah.
I instructed Lola to eat it like no one was watching. Like, her guidance was like, you are so comfortable, so unguarded with this person that you're like just indulging a pleasure moment, and yeah.
I don't care if no one's watching. I'm gonna try to keep the peach in my mouth.
Like, completely. And that's where I'm like, oh, so she's a baby.
She just doesn't have control over her faculties.
She doesn't have fine motor skills yet. Yeah. And then another annotation was,
I do kind of, sorry, I like that idea of, like, you're so comfortable, but,
Yeah.
like, again, I don't think, it doesn't matter. If I'm alone, I'm, like, probably cutting the peach up.
because I know how to use a knife. I'm allowed to. Totally. Or, like, at the very, like, okay, even if I don't have utensils, I'm just at a roadside stand by myself.
Yeah.
And it is a...
I love this thought exercise. I'm at a roadside peach stand, manned by no one, by the way.
I've put my dollar in the bucket, and now I'm about to eat a peach unobserved. It might get a little runny,
Yeah, sure, of
fine,
course.
but I'm not. I'm eating the peach at a 45-degree angle away from my body, like, gnawing at it on the side, or just kind of letting it flow off onto the ground.
It's deeply unsexy.
I'm not letting it go dribble down my chin, down my neck.
Because then you're sticky.
Then you're sticky.
Like, what?
What are we doing? Yeah, I'm kind of like, I'm taking an angle.
Yeah, you're taking. See, you're not a baby. You're not a baby.
Even if I'm messy, I'm not a baby.
Yeah, you're trying to get as little on your face as possible.
Yeah, but did I find the untucking his white shirt from his high-waisted trouser to then, you know,
You didn't like it either?
It was so unrealistic.
I think I did too. It was kind of. I mean, he's just so hot that he could
He's just so hot.
He could do the peach thing, and I'd be like, oh.
Another element to that scene where I was like, I'm in good hands, I'm in the hands of a female director, was the focus on the hands.
Yes.
That I keep seeing his hot man hands, like fiddle at a hem, or like
the bowl. I know people have been talking about how he handles the bowl, and I think episode 4 where he's like dry. I didn't notice it at first, but but he's palming the whole. He holds a whole bowl in his hand in a way that is very sexy.
I'm like, a baby could never.
A baby could not. Jeremiah can't, and Jeremiah just can't.
No, he just
Yeah.
he'd like I'd be like, oh,
He'd
you
be like,
broke a nail.
right, exactly.
Is there anything else we need to talk about?
The only other thing I wanted to say is that it was hilarious to me that Michael's was actually Michael's, the craft store.
Like, what kind of partnership did they broker with Michael's?
It must be insane.
And where did Michael's get that money? Because as far as I'm concerned, all the craft stores are going under, baby.
Well, maybe now that Joanne is gone, Michael has risen.
Because that was a really nice placement.
When they kept being like, the Michael sale.
My coupons, my coupons.
Yeah, I hope there really was a sale at Michael's for 4th of July.
Well, they better run a sale.
They should.
They should be running a Summer I Turn Pretty sale.
You're so right. God, we're such good businesswomen. Businesswomen first, lawyers second.
Authors, maybe
eventually.
Yeah.
But, because I kept being like, Michael's must be like a boutique shoe store. I don't know. And then we're fully at the craft store buying fake flowers.
Yeah.
But yeah, I also wanted to say to your point about the hands, I think Conrad is also styled so well in
so
this.
well.
Like the white t-shirt, pleated pants.
Compare that
watch.
with a mesh tank top. I know the watch.
Yeah.
He's really well styled.
Yeah.
He is.
And the hair, like he's given like young Leo DiCaprio.
He is.
Yeah.
He's
Which
giving...
I don't like Leonardo DiCaprio, but
now, but I could see young Leo.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, no, he's really handsome. So enjoying that part of the show.
Can't wait for it all to crumble next week.
Do you think, like, what if she just, like, kills Jeremiah?
See, that's not enough justice for me. I want him to live to, like, meet Belly and Conrad's children.
Yeah, that's so true. So true. Oh, God.
All
right, well.
I think we've perhaps covered our weekly TSITP.
Yeah. The only other culture thing I have buzzing around my brain right now. So I saw a TikTok. It was from a creator named Jamal Berkmar.
Okay.
We can drop the handle in or whatever. But I thought he did a really good job framing up a thought that's been bothering me a lot, like across like content creation or art creation, like across medias.
Yeah.
And like the market for it at this moment. He was speaking specifically about stand-up comedy.
Okay.
But
heard of it?
Heard of it? I know her.
Yeah.
And he was commenting on a video. Mark Maron went on, I think, Howie Mandel's podcast.
Sure.
But Mark Maron was talking about Matt Rife's comedy.
Okay.
And he was basically saying, like, it's bad comedy. Like, in terms of the style and the form, it's bad comedy.
Yeah.
And Howie Mandel's going, oh, no, it's good. He was like, no, it's crowd work. And it's pretty derivative, like, you know, like, shock crowd work at that. Like, it's not good comedy. And Howie's like, no, well, a lot of people like him. Like, who are you to say? And Mark Maron's like, I'm me to say.
Yeah.
I am someone who has operated in this industry and knows this craft down. Like, you can like Mark Maron's comedy or not, but he is a student of comedy. He has graduated to, like, a teacher of comedy. Like,
yeah.
Like, he knows it. And he was, I think, like, making this broader point. And then the TikToker was connecting it to this, like, fear of taste not mattering anymore. 'Cause, like, that point where it's like, I do have an extra weighted opinion on this because I am an expert in it.
Yeah.
And it does not weigh the same as you random commenter on a TikTok because you're just some guy. You're a weeble out there. Like, that the difference between those two inputs, those two people's opinions is getting flattened. And it's like, that sucks because the delta between those opinions is like taste. That's taste. And the TikToker gave a good framework that I liked. He was like, it used to be you had like 4 quadrants where like you had good and popular, you had good but not popular, and then you had bad and popular and bad but not popular. And he's like, that good and bad vector, that's what's disappearing because now it's basically just like, if it's popular, that equals good. And if it's not popular, it equals bad. And all of that nuance of like, no, art being like good or bad based on like style and creativity and like like all of those
Skill,
different
yeah.
virtues that like make art.
And honestly, even like especially in comedy, like practice.
Yes!
And like hard work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yes, there's like a lot of like, you know, like intangible qualities that go into art being
Yeah.
special or not. But like, isn't that kind of the point too? Like, if you feel something, like art is meant to reach out to you in some way, and like that is a totally independent kind of like output from popularity.
Yeah.
Like, if a lot of people felt that way and then it does turn into commercial success, great. But like, art can be great even if it's just for one person.
I agree.
And it's like really scary to see that like that vector matter less and less. And then a comment on this TikTok kind of knocked me over. It was like, one of the worst things you could level an artist with used to be you sold out, and now that's the whole point.
Yeah, it does feel. I feel this way like generally that like we're all starting to like panic about the state of the world and like the economy and so many other things where like selling out feels like the only option for a lot of people, where they're just trying to like make their bag and like protect their peace kind of, which scares me. But I don't know. I don't feel so like negative about this situation because I do think that's always been there. Like I kind of think we always need like bad popular content.
I agree.
Like, it's like almost
I
like
love bad popular.
Yeah, it's like a necessary evil so that we can have
it subsidizes the rest of the industry. Yeah.
So that and that we can compare it to like I don't know. I feel like that that diagram actually kind of matters. Like having that half of it of like bad
agreed
popular content, because then like the good stuff rises to the surface a little bit. But what was I gonna say?
I agree that matters. I just also think like it matters that we still have an agreed upon like calculus for good and bad.
Yeah. Yes, I agree.
Like that it's like there still is a way for us as a culture to say like, no, this is good for these reasons. And it's like the commentator, the critic, like the expert is becoming obsolete because people don't recognize it. They don't acknowledge it.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, but I can just yell on the internet too.
Well, yeah, and that's what I was going to say is like, I feel like the internet is such a double-edged sword. I think I say that in every episode. The internet is such a double-edged sword.
Totally.
But, like, it has made it, obviously, access to, like, creativity and creation, like, so much more greater, which is awesome. But then it's like, okay, anyone can put their thoughts out there and become popular and bad. Yeah. Which I think is the Matt Rife problem, is, like, and you especially see this in stand-up where it's, like, in order to make it now, you have to post clips of yourself all the time doing stand-up. But also, like, now just to be a stand-up nerd a little bit, like, people don't want to post their jokes on the internet because it's, like, if you do that, then you have to burn the material, which means, like, basically, well, you don't have to, but it's, like, if someone sees it on the internet, they're not going to come to a show to see it, you know what I mean? So, like, people will post crowd work because that's unique every time.
Got it.
But, like, crowd
that
work
makes sense.
is a skill, but, like, it's kind of, like, not what stand-up necessarily is.
Yeah.
And so like Matt Rife got famous for the wrong thing, really, and does something that's not what the craft actually is.
Yeah.
Which is a shame.
Yeah.
And like it's great that now like stand-up comics have more access to like getting attention, but I think a lot of them are getting attention for the wrong things.
That's super, super interesting.
Yeah.
Because then I wonder if, like, over time, it literally changes the fabric of, like, what comedy is.
Yes, I think, and that's what actually is scary. Is
because
like,
what gets attention becomes the thing you do.
Yeah, and, like, what I think is, I was thinking about this recently, I think, like, good comedy, to me, is, like, when someone can make you think something you hadn't thought before, and, like, introduces a completely new observation. Like, that's the whole point of comedy, is, like, someone is up there because they see something you don't.
Right.
And, like, unfortunately, a lot of these comics now that are, like, popping off on social media, it's like, no, they're doing something a lot of people can do.
Banter.
And it's losing, their charisma, even.
Yeah.
And it's losing its value, which is scary to me.
Yeah.
But then I think the flip side of it is, like...
those who can.
Right. There will probably be a swing back
rare.
where it's, like... okay, wait, actually, like, the people who are doing the actual craft become more valuable.
That
You hope.
scarcity drives value. Yeah.
Yeah.
You hope. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess the one kind of like premise of the argument that I just didn't sing for me was like, and we live in a bubble. Like, we're in New York, like our circles of people who like do care about culture a lot even. And so like I know that like so much of, I'm not articulating this well, but like taste matters a lot in my community.
Yes. Yeah.
So it's hard for me to like really buy in that there's this like total crisis where it's like taste is gone, it doesn't matter, because it does still matter for some people.
Yeah. The people I'm interested in talking to.
Yeah.
Sorry, that sounds so
No.
horrible, but
It's kind of to your point. I guess I just wonder, like, just like the supply is getting more finite, like,
Yeah.
or smaller, maybe so is the demand as more people are like,
I can just get my
yeah,
rocks off with Matt Rife. Yeah.
right. 'Cause
I think you're probably right, which is scary. We had said previously that this week was going to be your new personality test for our characters.
our personalities that we lie.
Yeah, our personality is big liars over here. We unfortunately developed a mental illness that precluded us from doing that.
Yeah.
And it's that we both read The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood.
Wow.
And it's kind of sort of changed everything. So we decided to do an Ali Hazelwood recap podcast instead, because we also chased it we chased The Love Hypothesis
Yeah.
with another Ali Hazelwood book that Molly found. Whew, called Deep End. Is it The Deep End or just
I think
Deep
it's the
End?
deep. Whatever I think it is, it's going to be the opposite. So, how about that?
So I decided, I think I talked about it on the last podcast. I think that like I had been avoiding The Love Hypothesis / Ali Hazelwood in general because her covers are bad.
They're just terrible.
And I am ultimately kind of a baby where I'm like, that looks bad.
Well, it looks like a book for babies,
It
which
does.
these books are not for babies.
And I thought they were, because when I first started The Love Hypothesis, I said this on the last episode, I was really liking it, but I was like, I don't think it's going to be very smutty, because I for some reason I had that in my mind that these were like a closed door smut book.
No.
Let's just say I accidentally read the first smut scene after taking an edible, and I was like, what?
And then I hope you ate crow for supper.
I did.
Good.
I ate a lot of crow because I worked up an appetite.
Yeah. When I reached the sex scene in that book, I was like, what is Siege? Like, are we just entirely, are our calibrations for spice completely different? If
I
she's
was
thinking
like-
this is a 1, Jesus Christ.
It's a 5.
It's a
Actually,
5.
I don't know if it's a 5.
It's a 4.
It's a 4.
It's
Yeah,
4.
it's like an Emily Henry level.
Deep End is a 5.
Deep End is a 6. Yeah.
But compared to that book,
Which one?
Silver Flames.
I would say Silver Flames is a 5. I think that Deep End is a 6. I think but we have to table it for right now and
Yeah.
just talk about The Love Hypothesis first. I sort of alluded to this, but I really liked it.
It's great.
Yeah.
It's a really good book.
The reason I picked it up is because they're making the movie out
Lily
of it.
Reinhardt
And I
is.
love Lily Reinhardt.
Yeah,
I
she's
obviously
cool.
love romance novels. That's the premise of the podcast. So
For those just tuning in.
yeah. So I was like, let me pick this up. Completely riveted. So the whole idea is it's this girl working in a lab at Stanford.
She's doing her PhD in biology.
She's doing her PhD in biology. She ends up in a fake romance with this like curmudgeonly star of the Stanford science scene, Dr.
He
Adam
runs the lab.
Carlson.
Yeah.
And she doesn't know that he's been pining after her for years, basically.
Yeah.
Pining. And boy, is it just delicious. I loved such an interesting setting. I loved, like, that's not something academia is not an area I find myself very often in the world of romance.
Could not agree more, though. I loved it.
I loved it too, and there was like a sense of, I also have to say this about Deep End, but not getting there yet. There's like a sense of intimacy that provides. Like,
Yep.
everybody knows each other.
Yes.
And I think it makes sense that he would be pining after her for years, because you're like in the lab together, like you see each other, like,
Yeah.
I don't know, there's something very intimate about it all.
Right. It's like, I remember like many episodes ago, like talking about maybe like it was an Audible original I had listened to about like
Perhaps.
writing romance, but it was like because it's a trope driven genre, like you can make these decisions that actually make everything like they are catalyst decisions where now it resolves like 10 other things.
Yeah.
Feels like setting a romance in academia resolves so many other things.
Completely.
Because like yes, you have all of this like infrastructure for them to know each other, but also you have this like underpinning of like respect for each other's intellectualism as
Sorry,
like,
I'm inhaling deeply because
a foundation of the relationship.
yeah, and everyone's smart. That's what I
Everyone's
like
smart,
too. Yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
I like really liked that aspect.
Me
That
too.
it's like you are automatically bought in that like these are people who appreciate each other's like thinking.
Yeah.
Which, whew,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, yeah. I also, one thing I kind of liked was the age difference. Which
Yeah, it's
classic.
an age gap romance.
Yeah, he's like 33, 34. She's 26.
She's 34. He's 34. She's
Yeah.
26. Yeah.
Which is like a little bit weird because it's like,
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Also, to be clear, she does not work in his lab.
true.
They have no like
It's fine.
conflicts of
Okay.
like
We
academic
we checked
interests.
with HR.
The law firm did a quick rundown,
Yes.
and Grant and Young found it above
Approved.
board. Yeah.
So yeah, they're in this fake thing. She's kind of like, oh, but then she catches feelings, and she's like, oh, but I'm not sure. I don't think he feels the same way because apparently he's got this crush because it's a whole
It's one of those
thing.
fucking miscommunication ones, which obviously made me
Yeah, you hated
angry.
that, I'm sure. Yeah.
Like each of them believes the other is in love with someone. Yeah, you dumb bitch.
Yeah.
But each of them believes that it's someone else.
Mhm.
I would like to talk a little bit about the fake dating trope of it.
Okay, yeah, let's hear it.
Okay, so and I know you want to talk about Anne too.
I do, and I also want to talk about dialogue, but
Okay, great. So largely this is a fake dating romance where the novel opens on the lead girl. What's her fucking name?
Olive.
Olive.
Yeah, Olive Smith.
And
Wow.
she's well, my mind was wiped by Deep End. So.
True.
What's his name? Carlson. but
Adam
with
Carlson.
Adam. Okay.
Jesus.
Sorry.
God, I'm good.
Okay, so Olive kisses Adam at the very top of the
Yeah.
book because she needs to be like, oh my god, we're together.
Yeah, yeah.
Because her friend Anne is walking by. So the whole like fake dating ploy is trying to convince her best friend Anne that she's dating at Dr. Adam Carlson so that Anne feels free to pursue
Olive's ex.
Olive's ex, which a very shallow ex. But like
Yeah.
Anne is a girl's girl and she's like, I would never date your ex, even though it's very clear she's like in love with this guy.
Yeah. And he's in love with her.
Yes. And Olive is like, no, seriously. Like, we went on 3 dates. You two are very clearly into each other. He was never into me. I was never into him. But she, like, cannot sufficiently convince her best friend to just, like, go for it. So she's like, I've moved on. And how does she try to convey that? By, like, just turning around and kissing a guy in the hallway because she had told Anne she was on a date with someone else.
Yeah.
And is about to be found out in the lab doing work, not actually on a date. So she
Yeah.
needs to, like, haphazardly make it seem like the date was actually at the lab
Yeah.
and it's with this guy. And she turns around and kisses him. It happens to be a man who's been pining for her. But the like fake dating, I think, is already like a pretty tenuous trope to uphold. Like there are few circumstances, and they must be egregious
Yeah.
in nature to really force people into a fake relationship.
Yes.
Like
I agree. The whole thing was a bit contrived.
it's
Like,
one of those tropes that actually doesn't happen in life.
Yeah. No, God, no.
Has
Yeah.
anyone ever fake dated? I don't
No,
think
but
so.
I am open to it. If anyone's got a scheme,
A wedding they need to show up at with a +1.
I know how it goes.
But, yeah.
Provided that you're hot, I am interested.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, I guess it's, like, already one of those tropes that doesn't appear in nature.
No. Yeah.
So it's, like, a hard one to, like, really land. But here's my one critique of the love hypothesis. We are meant to believe that Olive's drive is she hasn't been pining for this guy. Like, we know
Yeah.
why he's doing it. He's been in from the jump. He's like,
Yeah.
oh, thank God.
And he gives a flimsy, like, I need Stanford to think that I have a
To release
long-term
my
girlfriend
funds.
so that I won't leave.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. I'm a flight risk, but if they think
Yeah.
I'm dating a nice little PhD student here, they won't. Which is so pervy. Like,
it is, yeah.
of course,
This whole thing
Stanford's
is a
not
bit pervy.
monitoring professors' relationships as a.
Although the whole thing seems a little bit like the Wild West. That
Academia is a
yeah,
little. It's a lot more.
incestuous and
Yeah, what's the word? It's
Perverted.
salacious. Than those ivory towers
Maybe
would
they
have
are
you
fake
believe.
dating in academia and we don't know about
It's
it.
happening left and right, yeah.
Yeah.
But okay, but Olive doesn't have that same. She has no real baseline with this guy at all.
Yeah.
She doesn't even think he's hot before she
Yeah.
kisses.
They did have one encounter. The book starts with like an encounter they had in a bathroom.
Yes.
Where
But she didn't know it was him.
and she thinks of it so fondly, but like he apparently fell in love with her
Yes.
and during this encounter. Anyway,
But
sorry.
she literally didn't know it was him because
Yeah.
she was wearing expired contacts
Yeah.
and couldn't see. So, like, yes, she finds out she has, in fact, thought fondly of this man for a long time when she's already, like, head over heels for him. But, like, at the moment, we are meant to believe it is worth it to her to do this whole, like, hoop jumping crazy lark just because she cares so much about her friend Anne.
Yeah.
And would do anything to make her happy, including this crazy thing.
Right.
All right. Having read the book, I see no evidence that she really knows Anne at all. Like, Anne could be Pam. I wouldn't know the difference if I saw a lady on the street. Because that relationship is so, I felt,
Yeah.
underexplored or
I
evidenced.
agree. She kind of like provides a paragraph about how important the friendship is, but you don't really see it like play out. Like they don't really spend that much time
No.
together in the book. Yeah.
They see each other almost never.
Yeah, Anne is kind of like giving like girl who got boyfriend and said like fuck you to her best friend.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Olive got a boyfriend at the same time, so like
Right.
she didn't really notice.
Right. But, and, like, you know, Olive's background is, like, she's, like, essentially alone in the world. She, like,
Yeah.
had a single mother who died of
Yes.
pancreatic cancer, which is, like, the root of her research questions.
Yeah.
And she's, like, never really had friends because she's been so singularly focused on, like, going to Stanford.
Yeah.
And doing all this. And then, like, we're meant to believe that, like, that is why Anne is so important. Like, she finally has
Like
a
a
person
family,
in
yeah.
this world. And I'm like, that's her?
Right, she really spends way more time with her roommate, who I
Which
love.
I love, yeah.
Yeah.
And you, like, by the end of the book, you're like, oh, I get them. Like, the
Yeah.
roommate
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
and Olive. But, like, Anne, I'm like, she's
It's
kind
true.
of a
She's
bad
very-
and shallow friend.
Very one-dimensional.
Yeah.
Okay, this is tough because one of my notes for the book was Anne is Molly.
Fuck.
But not in the sense of like, because really the only times Anne is, I will say, this is maybe a criticism. Anne is used as like a plot device,
Yeah.
where it's like Anne is always the one, like, and this is why I meant to say that Anne is Molly because Anne's always like, put sunscreen on your boyfriend.
Go kiss your boyfriend after
Yeah.
he pushed that car.
That part was so perverted.
Totally.
And I was like, that's exactly what Molly would do.
Oh my god. I would be like, go
She'd
give him
go
a kiss as a
that guy.
treat.
Which I hate. That's why I think I kind of thought the book wouldn't be smutty because that's very childish. Like,
Juvenile,
go
yeah.
give your boyfriend a kiss for moving in the car. Like,
Right.
okay. But yeah, I just thought that like that's because you're always making me uncomfortable. but you're not one-dimensional.
Thank
for
you.
the record.
That is one of many traits I have.
Yeah.
That I'm always making you uncomfortable. And let that be a warning to any fake dating applicants. I will be making you kiss.
You're gonna be getting sunscreened. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I thought it was, and this was kind of going back to the Conrad Belly thing, where like this book also had a sort of a through line of like Adam takes care of Olive.
Yes.
Olive is like she's a baby, can't do anything, and like
Except
I don't support
good biology.
Yeah, which I did like. She's like very smart, but she's also
Yeah.
kind of helpless.
A little bit, yeah.
And I kind of thought it was cute. I don't know.
I agree.
I don't like. I think it was well handled. Like she's not like a wee wah.
No.
She's very bright, but she just is also kind of like
Yeah.
much younger and like I don't know. And I thought it was kind of sweet.
I think it's sweet too, and I do appreciate that. Even though I agree, she's like kind of incapable.
Yeah.
She never felt like someone I wouldn't hang out with. Though.
No, agreed.
She kind of felt like a friend, like I would
Yeah.
kind of take care of too. Like,
Yes, yeah.
Like, hey, she didn't. She ordered a beer.
Exactly. Yeah. And hey, go kiss your boyfriend.
hey, buddy, you owe that guy a smackaroo. So, yeah.
And I think part of the reason she's such a good character is I think the dialogue was really well. I think this was kind of a funny book.
I agree.
And I was like, what a breath of fresh air. An author who's like really like a romance author who's kind of funny.
Yeah.
And like, again, like not like I'm not slapping my knee over here, but like it was funny. And I thought one part she was very good at was the dialogue.
I agree.
She kind of writes dialogue like, and I find myself doing this when I'm writing, not to compare myself to Ali Hazelwood, but I don't think it's like super common. Like, she writes dialogue in the book like it's a script. A little bit, which I liked. It's very like, I'm going to find an example. We're going to have to like put it on the screen because it's like hard to do
Please
it.
do.
Or maybe we can act it out.
What page?
You're wheezing. Hold on. I would love to act it out, obviously. Okay, page 242.
Okay, 1 second. I have to get out of the deep end. You said 242?
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's sexy, too.
Okay, 242.
This is right before they had sex, actually.
Okay, where does it start?
Okay, halfway down the page, awesome. We could chat about how nice this place is.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Are you him?
I'll be him, yeah. So you start. Okay, so we're gonna act out. His hand closed into a fist on the table, jaw clenched tight as he nodded.
Awesome. We could chat about how nice this place is.
It's appalling.
Or the taste of the sushi.
Foot.
Or the best movie in the Fast and Furious franchise.
Fast Five, though I have a feeling you're going to say.
Tokyo Drift.
Right. See what I'm saying here is there's no filler in between. For the listeners, Molly just tried to kiss me. To put a cap on the scene. Because this is right before they consummate the relationship.
Yeah.
But what I like about her dialogue is there's not filler. There's not like he said, she said.
Right.
It's very like beep, boop, beep, bop, 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 bop. And I think you feel how witty and smart they are.
Totally.
It's very quick.
And how much chemistry they have.
It really, because like his whole thing is he finds her kind of like, she's very like, loves sugary stuff. And like he's kind of like, likes to work out and like whatever. And no, they both like to work out. It's the whole thing. But he's very like uptight and she's like kind of fun and sweet.
Yeah.
And so like you feel that chemistry when it's like they spar.
Completely.
And I'm not to compare myself to Ali Hazelwood, but I do kind of find myself writing dialogue like this.
Yeah.
And I really like it, and it felt very affirming to see that like
Totally. To see it work so well.
to see it work.
Yeah.
I will say sometimes it is like, even sometimes when I'm reading her dialogue, I do get a little lost.
But when you're in it, it
You're
it
flowing.
flows.
Yeah. But yeah, that was one compliment I had for her. Also,
Totally.
she is someone who, again, we talk a lot about how great our vocabularies are on this show, as evidenced by the fact that Molly threw in a French word 20 minutes ago.
Probably incorrectly.
That's not our problem.
I just checked with counsel. I was not legally liable for that.
Approved. Something that I really appreciate about her is her vocabulary is really good, and I find myself, I love, one of my favorite features about the Kindle obviously is highlighting a word to see what it is, and sometimes in a romance you don't find yourself doing that too much.
True.
I have a couple of highlighted words in
like
here.
What? Give me
one
some.
I really liked, I don't know if you knew this word, petrichor?
No.
Petrichor? I don't know if I'm saying that right. It's the smell of like the earth after rain.
Cool.
She drops it in there like twice, and the second time I was like, all right, I'll buy it.
I'll buy it. What is it?
But I kind of use my context clues because I'm very bright.
Very good.
So yeah, huge compliments to the chef on this one.
I agree.
Really liked it. It's a 5-star read for me.
I agree. Also, are we
Yes,
gonna
let's
spoil?
talk about. Oh, Yeah, sure.
Because, okay, I have a dialogue thing. I wanted to, it felt like a circle back moment. Earlier in our writing and in the pod, we had talked about, like, I had written a thing in college that was, like, about workplace sexual harassment. And I was talking about how hard it is to, like, land that in a way that's, like, overt without being, like, clowny. Like, it's like, I'm watching a workplace sexual harassment video,
right.
training video.
Yeah, without like slipping in a word that's like, it's not right for men to do that to girls.
Right. But to your point about dialogue being like both like the clip and pace of it being great, also it being kind of like funny and legit. Yeah. One of the like the central conflicts is like she got sexually harassed at a conference by
his friend,
by Adam's friend.
Yeah.
And colleague. And I thought that was actually written really well too.
I agree.
The dialogue was super convincing.
Yeah.
Like it is like cartoonishly villainous where he's like,
it is a bit like he has this like it's cartoonishly villainous. That's a perfect way of putting it. It's like all of a sudden he's like, you wore that little dress for me, didn't you?
Completely. But at the same time I was like, well, no, I think this lands the plane for me.
Yeah.
And he's a bad guy. And he's saying...
for sure he's a bad guy. It was overstated. Yeah.
Yeah, but it didn't feel like, okay, right, Tom is this. But no, it was like, yeah, Tom said that.
Yeah, and it was handled, I think, like, the way that she handled Adam handling it was really well done. Where it was sexy, yeah, of course. Where he just kind of like handles business. And he's like, I will kill you. He literally says like, I will kill you.
And then he like his immediate action is to handle the situation. Yeah. He's like, I'm gonna kill you and now I'm gonna kill your career.
Yeah.
But what he actually says, he turns back to her and he goes, I'm gonna take care of this and then I will find you and I will take care of you.
And it wasn't like, I also really like that it wasn't kind of belabored. It was like, we didn't have to see him take care of it. That was kind of done off screen, and then he came back and was like, I took care of it.
And like, here I am.
Yeah, and like, we're gonna be good. And like, they're even like, we don't have to talk about it right now. We will obviously talk about it probably for years to come. Yeah. But like, we don't have to talk about it right now.
Yeah.
Just a really good book.
Just a good one.
Loved it.
Yeah.
Can't believe how I have been missing out on her as an author.
Well, okay, and then, so this was her breakout novel.
Okay.
Did you do any supplementary reading about it?
No.
Classic me reading it on a plane, just going through, paging through all of the shoulder content.
Learning her whole story.
Yeah. It was a fan fiction that was maybe slush piled or even discovered like on like a Wattpad or something. Yeah. But then the editor worked with her to entirely transform it into this like academic context, whatever. The fan fiction was for Star Wars. Olive is Daisy Ridley, and Adam is Adam Driver.
Speak nerd.
No, I'm talking about those are the actor names.
Okay.
It's whatever that, because I've never seen any. Should we admit that I've never seen a Star Wars movie?
Me neither. Yeah.
Sorry, fucking nerds.
Sorry, dorks.
Yeah, but
sorry, that's media for boys like Jupes.
It's so I don't know like what the story is, but it's like that remake, the movies where Daisy Ridley, the actor, is in it, and then Adam Driver. Okay. You know how he was in some Star Wars. So she did fanfic around the movies because she has, even the way she describes the characters, she's describing Daisy Ridley and Adam Driver, the people.
Yeah, I guess so.
And that's what the cover art is also meant to evoke.
Oh, interesting. Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's super interesting with like who's playing. Because Lily Reinhardt's
totally different.
Yeah. And I've seen the guy is hot.
Good, because
I don't know his name.
I actually don't want Dr. Adam Carlson to look like Adam Driver.
No, me neither. I think he should be a little bit more like
conventionally attractive.
Yeah, sorry.
Adam Driver works for me, to be clear.
But
this guy has enough like off-kilter stuff about him anyway.
Right,
let's just make him hot.
Yeah, just make him hot. I completely agree.
But that was super interesting to me. It was like full-fledged fanfic.
Wow.
Set in the world of Star Wars with the characters of Star Wars, and then
and she shifted it over to Stanford.
Yep, completely transformed it, which I found fascinating.
Yeah.
And I wondered, like, I'm so glad I read it not knowing, because I didn't like knowing, actually.
Same.
I didn't want to see Adam Driver. I didn't want to, if I had any context on the Star Wars IP, that would have
I would have had
layered into
I
it for me
agree.
too.
Yeah.
So it's just weird though, but that was her comeuppance, and she is an academic. She has taken turns as a professor. She's currently like not teaching, she just writes.
Yeah.
But I think that's cool too. She like writes her world.
I liked that too. I don't know. I think I maybe read like the author's note at the end that was like, I only know about academia. It's the only life I've ever had. And I thought that was super interesting that like, but now she's got this whole other career as a romance author.
Cool.
That's awesome.
It's really
cool.
cool.
And I would die to know her personal background. Like, I would love to be know about her romantic history in academia, because it feels like it must.
I know. I have
play
questions.
in a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. I also must say, just like her cover art is a bit of a deterrent. The name she chose, the nom de plume.
Is that not her real name?
No, bitch.
It is giving like
Ali Hazelwood.
It is giving like OnlyFans a bit.
a bit, yeah. And
has she revealed her real name, or is this just
no? But she uses her real picture, which like that's
Yeah, like,
the other
what's the
thing. Like,
point?
this was fanfic, so the author photo and the author photo in Love Hypothesis is like a shitty selfie. She's like, that's the author photo. Like, girl, do you not have a headshot from your?
Also, I don't get the point of having a
university?
nom de plume if you are putting your
Using
face
your
out
face,
there.
yeah. I don't know.
Maybe because
Make
she's
them
got
do
like
a little
academic
work.
papers.
I'm sure, yeah.
Yeah.
And students.
Wow.
Make them do a little work. Yeah.
Okay, so then you found. How did you make your way to the deep end? Can you tell me?
Okay, my edition on Kindle of The Love Hypothesis had another of her books, like, previewed at the end of it. It was the first, like, 3 chapters or something. And I was, like, I kind of started paging through that, and I was like, this seems like it's set in an entirely different world.
Yeah.
Like, I wonder if she has anything that, like, played... Because I loved my time at Stanford.
Yeah.
I loved matriculating
agree.
at Stanford.
I agree.
I was like, I'm craving more in this
That's so interesting that you got exactly that.
Well, I was like, what else has she published? And Deep End, all I knew up front was still set within Stanford. It's undergrads, but they're also D1 athletes. And, like, not just... So, to take a step back, I thought I might get a little, like, a glimmer of Dr. Adam Carlson, because we're on campus.
You thought he might lower his glasses and wink.
He's around. So I'm like, okay, I'm already sold on the Deep End. And
deep end. Not we think.
Because again, we're back at Stanford, but it's undergrads, but they're athletes. So your girl is a diver, your guy is a swimmer.
Her name's Scarlett Vandermeer, by the way.
Scarlett Vandermeer.
But everyone calls her Vandy, which I do like.
And feels very D1 athlete.
Yes. Yeah, she's a diver. Sorry, I interrupted.
Diver, swimmer. But I was a little bit like, oh, I liked the seriousness of, like, graduate work.
Yeah.
And now to go into I'm not sure I want to read a college.
Right.
romance.
It did feel a little bit, I did feel a little bit like I'm Unk.
No, okay, so
when I was reading it.
Didn't feel that way,
Okay.
but I want to explain why.
Okay.
I was worried because, there's, like, that whole, like, category of romance that's, like, co-eds. Like, it's, like, there's, like, a very successful series of books. It's, like, a hockey college romance.
Yes.
I don't know what that
Icebreaker, Heartbreaker, whatever. I haven't dipped my toe in that.
No, me neither. And, like, no interest in that because I think that's, like, really, it's, like, undergrad romance.
Yeah.
Like, co-eds fucking.
Right, like figure skater. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm about to undermine my own point because the salvation for me was that these are professional athletes.
Yes.
Like, yes, they are undergrads.
True.
They're not living normal undergrad lives.
No.
They're, like, literally, like, on a professional athlete's schedule with those same demands on them. They are Olympians.
See, the man is an Olympic gold medalist.
We're meant to believe he's like Michael Phelps.
Yeah.
He's, like, a current world record holder in
Yeah.
a number of events.
Yeah.
He has, like, 8 medals at the time we meet him.
Yeah, he's a big deal.
A senior in college. So, like, that felt like it gave it the gravity I needed, where, like, we're not just talking to like two doe-eyed 21-year-olds.
Yeah.
These are like actually like people with a lot of responsibility.
And additionally, I think this added to the gravitas for me was that they both are like really smart
Yeah.
and real because like like Stanford D1 athlete could be smart, could be not. It's kind of a toss up, but like they're both really smart. They're both they're both pre-med, becoming doctors.
Bio
Bio majors working with Dr. Olive Smith on her pancreatic cancer
Well,
research.
well.
And of course we see Dr. Carlson. He kind of brokers that deal.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that added it to it for me where I was like, oh, these two people also like they're just like really smart, really busy people
Yes.
with like a lot of ambition.
Right.
And
And like sometimes, yes, you'll get the backdrop of like a college party.
Right,
But that's like,
yes.
these aren't people who like go to college parties.
No.
It's people who wake up at 5 fucking a.m. every day.
these are people who have one beer.
One single beer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe.
Maybe.
Okay, and then I think we should talk about the premise of the book, which is
I guess so.
this was, I think, was it your first foray into this
Yeah.
world? It was mine as well. So it's BDSM.
And it starts with a foreword from the author.
I didn't
like
read the forward, so yeah.
a note from the author. She includes a little note just before chapter 1, or the prologue, I guess. Dear reader, once again, thank you so much for choosing one of my books. This one might be my favorite I've ever written.
Ooh.
I'm so happy it's out in the world. Before you dive in, I want you to know that this work contains consensual and negotiated explorations of kink, in particular of power exchange. If you choose to read it, I hope you enjoy the experience. Love, Ali.
We
So-
chose and we enjoyed, I would say.
I would say so, yeah.
So yeah, the whole premise is kind of that they both are like aware of each other because swimming and diving.
Yeah.
Listen, former swimmer, I know how it works. And he was dating a diver who what is the girl's name? Oh, Scarlett. Scarlett knows the girlfriend. It starts out, we find out that like they're having relationship troubles.
Yeah.
And it's because he is a dominant in the bedroom,
Mhm.
and the girlfriend
Isn't really
not-
interested in
She doesn't want to be a part of
that
it.
whole dynamic at all.
And then we learn that Scarlett is actually very interested in that
Mhm.
and has previously like explored that and is a submissive. And then the girlfriend kind of finds out. They end up breaking up. The swimmer. I feel like I'm not doing a good job.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they've been in the process of
Of
trying to break
breaking up,
up
yeah.
because it's the sexual incompatibility, but it's also like
It's other things.
they started dating when they were
Yeah.
teenagers. They've mostly outgrown the relationship,
Yeah.
and it's the girlfriend. It's Penelope Penn.
Thank you. God.
Penn, who is Scarlett's team captain.
Yeah.
On the diving team. That's really, she's the one pushing it. She's like, we get like,
Let's be done.
I want to date other people. I
Yeah.
want to live my life.
Yeah.
Um,
And then she kind of like as a joke is like, wait, you two should fuck.
Yeah.
And then they end up like
But they both try like
to avoid it.
Yes.
Yeah. They're both like, oh, this is like kind of like, why do we know so much about each other's like sexual proclivities?
because Penn runs her
Right,
mouth
like,
and
this was-
exposes each to the other.
And then they end up getting thrown together because of like a biology thing
Yeah.
into Dr. Olive Smith's lab.
Right.
Um,
But this is kind of why I thought the qualifier before the book was interesting. Like it's I get why you might tack that on,
Yeah.
but at the same time, like the whole thing from like negotiating this friendship and ex relationship where like you don't want Penelope to feel hurt and like keeping that above boards to the actual rules of their
Yeah.
sexual engagement where it's like we want to do these things, we don't want to do these things.
mhm.
They each like independently fill out a list
Yeah.
of things that they're interested in, and then they each review each other's lists, and lo and behold, identical preferences.
Really compatible, it turns out.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But like all of this stuff is so attentively negotiated.
I agree. Really like carefully managed.
Yes.
Mhm.
Such that I'm like, no, like your notice is clear throughout. Like
yeah.
the way you have set up this entire story is
Yeah.
very like
I think maybe she didn't need to do the notice, but like I don't think the back of the book necessarily alludes to what we're doing here.
Right.
And maybe if she'd done that, I think
maybe, yeah.
that would have been enough. Because I do agree. I think it's handled with the utmost care.
Right. And then also I'm like, well, I imagine most of your purchases are digital, and then like all you see is the back of the book before purchase. You don't see the notice.
That's true. Yeah.
So maybe.
Yeah.
if you're gonna give a notice, do so while I can still action on it. But
Yeah. Exactly.
I would have bought it anyway, to be clear.
Yeah, which I like that. I just to get into it a little bit. This
Yeah.
is not something I would like necessarily have reached for, but you kind of put the bug in my ear.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad I did because, like, I don't know, it was very interesting to be a fly on the wall in this kind of romance.
Yeah.
One thing I really liked about it, I think, because, and this is like kind of the whole premise of the book, so I'm not saying anything like revelatory, but like, because they both have such distinct preferences and have to negotiate this dynamic, there's like a level of trust
Yes.
within, and
this
that's
point
the
is
whole,
like belabored in the
yes.
book. Like,
right, like that's why it works, I
Yeah.
guess, which is just like not something I think about that
no.
much.
If anything, the book is like kind of a campaign for this kind of.
And it kind of works on me.
Yeah, I know.
I was like, wait, this is kind of like not that I just haven't spent much time thinking about why people like.
No, but it's
I guess-
super destigmatizing.
Yes,
like the
yeah,
whole
yeah,
book
yeah.
is.
And like I don't know, the way she describes why not Olive, what's her name, Scarlett likes being a submissive is like really like makes a lot of sense. And like
Yeah.
she just wants to be like told what to do
Yeah.
because her life is very like managed and she kind of wants to like compartmentalize this part of her life a little bit.
It feels like freeing for
yes,
her.
it's
to
freeing
just-
for her.
Yeah.
And she gets off on it.
Yeah.
And it just made a lot of sense.
Yes.
And I think, like, really, yeah, destigmatized and even, like, I was like, how beautiful. Like,
Yes.
and there's just something very intimate about how, like, these two people have to be so upfront about what they
Yes.
like instead of just sort of, like, being like,
No.
it's so also so different from the Love Hypothesis where it was, like, kind of, like,
Miscommunication.com.
yeah, where it was like two people being really upfront and like it creating the basis of a really like actually very loving,
Yeah.
trusting sexual dynamic.
And then ultimately broader dynamic.
Yes, yeah.
But I totally agree. And wait, oh fuck, what have I thought I oh, another layer I liked to that is like Scarlett is, you don't get like a ton of detail on it, but her background is like bad family life, like
Yeah.
abusive dad.
Yeah.
And I loved like towards this, and I don't think it was written with like political aspirations, not aspersion.
Yeah.
With like a political bend to it, but like I like that it's like, oh yeah, this girl has issues with her dad.
Yeah.
That's not why she has
Yes.
these sexual preferences.
I agree.
And it's like addressed lightly and briefly, not lightly, briefly but seriously.
Yeah.
Within their engagement, where
Yeah.
what's his name? Eric?
I have no idea.
What is this
He's
guy's fucking
Swedish.
name?
His last name is Blomqvist.
Yeah. Is his name?
It's like something like sexy.
Alright, we should look
Yeah.
because it's scary.
Lucas.
Lucas.
It's Lucas.
Lucas. Yeah, because Penn calls him Luke.
Luke.
Lucas.
Yeah.
Lucas is like, you should tell me, just give me the detail I need to know so that I never
Cross the line.
Yeah,
because
with
it
you.
is like, I'll say, yeah, she's not like, she doesn't enjoy this because of her past, but
No.
they are certainly, you can't really, there's a there, I guess, is what I'm trying to, maybe I shouldn't say that.
She's a whole person who's like, yes, like the beauty of this kind of sexual engagement for her is that she goes blank, but like, of course she could still be recalled to
Yeah.
all of this other contextual stuff she's got going on
Yeah.
if a line were to be crossed.
Also, it's not, like, that's, I think the other thing is, like, that's not exclusive to a BDSM relationship.
No.
We should always be respectful of people's triggers.
Boundaries, yeah.
Which is kind of, like,
which is throughout the book
yeah.
emphasized as well. Like, she is like, she doesn't like crowds of guys. She
Yes.
doesn't like loud noises.
Yeah.
And there's like a scene later in the book where she is in the ice bath in the locker room and she's had headphones in and she like is totally unaware of her surroundings, and by the time she clocks back in and takes her headphones out, like 4 different of the swimming guys have joined her in
Yeah.
the ice bath, and she's like freaking out. And Lucas comes in and is
And,
like
lifts her out
because
of
he
the
knows
tub.
her and because they have such great communication, he just immediately extracts her.
Yeah.
And, it's hot.
Right, like, I don't know, there's something about, like, the really, like, over-communicating.
Yeah.
which I'm sure like you loved.
Yes, there was no room
There
for
was,
conflict.
I mean, they
and
still did
miscommunication.
manage to find
Yeah.
to fuck up some stuff, but like just like there's something very intimate about like their whole dynamic that I really liked.
Yes, and we've talked, like, I've had issues with different romances in the past where it's like, I'm meant to believe you fell in love in the space of
Yeah.
a few weeks or a few months, whatever. It just
Yeah.
feels like sometimes the timeline just doesn't track.
Yeah.
In this case, I fully believed it.
Interesting.
Because
yeah.
I think the, like, nature of how they relate to one another and, like, this
Yeah.
sex thing is, like, an accelerator in such a, like, a believable way.
Yeah.
And there's even a moment, no, sorry, it's kind of a spoiler. I don't know if you've reached it yet.
It's okay.
But
I'm like 75% done with it.
after they've, like, acknowledged what they actually are to each other and that they're, like, really life partner stuff.
Okay.
He is like, you know, it takes her longer to admit it to herself or to him, and he was like, the only thing, like, I lied about, my lie of omission was that I didn't tell you how soon I understood the enormity of this. And that's, like, first of all, whew.
Yeah.
But second of all, like, I believed it. Because they were talking that much, because they were doing that much, like, really deep excavating of each other's wants and fears and needs and whatever. Like,
yeah. It was a great accelerator for, like, understanding the characters and understanding their...
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. I don't know if I don't know how much... I don't know if this is, like, a new genre for me, I'll be honest.
No, I don't
subgenre.
know.
But,
Right.
like, I really enjoy... and she's just a great author. And I love that I also love that, like, she can do this. Like, she... Because I think a lot of times, like, with Emily Henry, you know you're getting three sex scenes. There can be a lot of dry humping. Like, you know what you're getting.
The formula.
She's a formulaic. I like that Ali Hazelwood did two very different levels of spice and, like, kinds of spice, but also set within the same universe. How interesting.
Yeah. And like we said, this one's a sex... So, Love Hypothesis, you get one
Satisfactory.
saucy sex scene, but one scene.
Yeah.
This is many scenes.
It's sort of like... as soon as you recover from one,
No slices.
you're back at it.
Yeah. I agree. I thought it was, like,
refreshing is a good...
refreshing. But to your point, I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna
I could definitely do it again.
Sure, I could.
Yeah.
But I don't know this because I've not read a lot in the genre, but, like, I have to imagine she takes, like, a really, like, it's kind of like the gold standard of how to approach it. And I do know that just, like, with 50 Shades as my
comp. Have you read 50 Shades?
No.
Okay.
I've not read it, seen the movies.
That could be fun for us.
And it's even, like, a little joke in the book. Like,
yeah,
when
true.
Penn learns about her friends and her boyfriend's proclivity, she's like, it's so 50 Shades.
Yeah.
But I think there is a lot of media that, like, probably treats it, like, differently.
Yeah. It's never treated, like, gratuitously. Or, that's not the right word. It's never treated like a joke or, like... Yeah. Not even a joke, or, like, just, like, a caricature of, like, what it is. It's treated very, like, I assume.
Yeah. And I wonder if the reason, I think I know the reason I liked it so much, I assume the reason you like it so much is, like, it still has all those trappings of, like, the stuff we loved in Love Hypothesis, too, where it's, like, really smart, really, like, thoughtful people who are also in this, like, super ambitious environment and have all this, like, others, like, it felt like a really, like, rounded story.
Yeah, there are no bellies in this book.
No.
We are at Conrad Stanford.
Complete. This is Conrad Stanford. Conrad Fisher's Stanford.
I would love if, like, Ali Hazelwood put a Conrad, like, side character in the book.
Right, we see
There's, like, this moody guy who's, or the ginger girl. Oh, my God.
Oh, my God, I'd
Don't
love
even get me
to
started.
see her. She's out there, I believe that. Yeah. But, like, I guess I might not like this. Like, if I were to read another romance that was, like, an exploration of kink, but it was primarily just driven by their, like, sex life, not, like, with all this other stuff, I don't know that I'd like it that much.
I think so, too. Also, I think, like, it's also, you never lose sight of the fact that this is a romance.
Yeah.
Like
they're
falling in love.
for each other, yeah.
So I think that's also important for me. Like, I need it to not just be, like...
is good.
Yeah.
Like, it's so
It's really good.
tender the way, like,
Yeah.
they fall for each other.
It's like a Tessa Bailey level of spice, but like well written.
Yeah.
It's
like,
I would put it on par with oh my god, am I sweating so much?
Yeah, you are.
Awesome. Okay.
You're not in the desert anymore, bitch.
Very cool. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna keep my arms like this. Hope we can do something about that in post.
No shame, Claire.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no shame.
I'm a sweaty girl. I
Yeah,
think I have high
so am I.
testosterone. Anyway,
So do I.
we should get like
We should
whatever.
get tested.
Our sexy balls. It's very on par with How to End a Love Story. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Yulin Kwong. Whereas like, yeah, really spicy.
They're really spicy, yeah.
Yeah, but also like that's a great, well written book. That's
Yeah.
really spicy.
Yes, agreed.
And I would
Yes,
say that
completely.
about Deep End as well.
Agreed. And you were doing some thinking around our own writing related to this read.
What was I doing?
Like, I mean, we had started this conversation off pod, but like, the level of spice begs the question, like,
Oh.
like, are you as an author, like,
Okay, wait. Can I
Yeah,
preface this
please.
that I saw Brooke Averick talk about this on her podcast about how she's like writing some more like, you know, spicy scenes for her book, and she's starting to like worry about like her relatives having. Is that where you were going with this?
Yeah.
Okay. About her relatives like, or like older people in her life period, reading her spicy scenes.
Yeah.
And how she's going to handle that, and she was like, I just can't even think about it, or like I'm going to tell people to just like skip over things.
yeah.
But
And it's
how
too
are
late
you...
for us. We can't be Ali Hazelwood.
True,
We're
we are
already-
Claire Grant and Molly Young LLP. See, I forget.
Yeah.
Yeah, here's my thing, and I've been thinking about this. I actually think the podcast has been a great, like, because, like, it's also too late on that front.
Eases
I've
us
said
in.
the
Yeah.
phrase dry humping about 40 times
Sure,
on this
yeah.
podcast, so,
Yeah.
like, you know, the ship has kind of sailed.
Agreed.
I don't really care if anyone reads it.
No, I
My
agree.
life.
Is it a different level of explicitness? Yeah.
Yeah.
But who cares?
Yeah, who cares?
You're right. I think the podcast has helped.
Yeah.
And
And, like, should I feel shame about that? Maybe, I don't know.
no. I'm being very blasé right now. I do think, like,
I'm sure.
self-consciousness will creep in at different moments.
Yeah.
But
I think I'm going to try, though, when I'm writing it, to just, like, separate that out and be like, I'm going to write what I want to write,
Yeah.
and then I can always tone it down.
I hope you don't.
I don't think it's also going to be like,
Wow.
although I am a known pervert.
You have to report yourself to schools, yeah?
I don't think it's going to be, like, crazy, but, like, I think I'm going to start from that.
Yeah.
From whatever level I want to.
Exactly.
And then I can always tone it down.
Yeah. And okay, so to walk back on like the conversation we had earlier about like good and popular, an advantage of like the two being conflated at this point, it's like the demand is so strong for that kind of content.
Yeah.
It's almost like it confers this status of like good or like appropriate. So it's like
You think high smut does?
yeah, I guess I just mean like because it is so popular, it's now like being treated as more legitimate.
Yeah, agreed.
And who knows if it like does belong in the category of good art? Like, I don't know.
Some do.
Some do.
Yeah.
I think these books do. I think
Yeah.
Ali Hazelwood did her thing.
Yeah, I think, yes, I agree.
But the popularity kind of absolves me of some of the self-consciousness too, where it's just like, well, if I'm a pervert, so's everyone.
So is literally every girl on
So,
the subway. I was looking
yeah.
around the pool yesterday, and I was like, every girl here is reading
Yeah.
smut.
Yeah.
Different levels, but I've read all of them, so I can tell you which.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, whatever,
Yeah,
man.
if I'm a pervert, you're a pervert. If I'm a bird, you're a bird.
Exactly right. Exactly right. Yeah.
Cool.
Well-
Well, so yeah, next week we'll do a writing recap, and then we're gonna table. We'll maybe push the personality test to the week
Yeah.
after. I don't know.
You're
Don't
gonna
put your gun down.
Leave us alone, for fuck's sake.
Should we? Do you have anything else
Yeah.
to say about the books?
No.
Okay, cool. Do you want to go first?
Well, that leads us to the big question.
Yeah.
I don't care. Do you want to go first?
I don't care either. You go first.
Okay, fine.
What-
Ask me.
Okay. What is the most romantic thing that happened to you this week?
Okay. I'm gonna have one of those annoying ones that nobody seems to like on me. It's a concept. The most romantic thing.
Oh, your tiny hat. Your rain hat.
Yep.
I think people love that one. Sorry, keep going.
Most romantic thing that happened to me this week is just the city of Los Angeles.
Ugh.
I know.
Okay, you're actually so right. I hate it.
Uh-huh. And I mean it this way. She's not a life partner.
Yeah.
But she's a romantic tryst.
Okay.
She's a fling.
Yeah.
And
You're ethically non-monogamous with Los Angeles.
With Los Angeles. I'm there about once a quarter. I have realized about myself I do want to be a little bit more bi-coastal.
Sure.
And I love, here's what I'm realizing about myself, which, like, I'm going to say this out loud and you're going to be like, yeah, duh, bitch. But, like, I love the entertainment industry. I love it.
Yeah.
It's, like, my passion.
As I put my sunglasses on in the light. No, I don't. I don't feel it.
Right?
Yeah.
And I like that around every corner it's like, oh, there's the Warner lot. There's the MGM lot. Like, I just like how much of, like, people are really trying to make projects, make shit. Do I think Hollywood's in a slump right now? Yeah, you need, like, so much proof of, like, the IP's value to get anything greenlit. Like,
Which is also crazy because, like, there's never been more opportunity. There's never been more streaming platforms.
I know.
Conversation for a different day, perhaps.
The economics of it all has changed. And, like, it's also, like, everyone thinks you have to spend $200 million to make a movie. Hey, what if we don't? What if we just don't?
Yeah.
But that, again, is a conversation for another day. But I really love how that feels. Like, I like that industry dominates that city. And you just kind of like, wait, there's a lot about LA that's not romantic to me. Like, I hate Pacific time.
Really?
It's like if I were to make a list of unromantic things, it would Pacific time. You wake up like, are you 3 hours behind? The world has started.
But that's only because you. Oh, okay. I guess we did.
No matter what, even if I were full time in LA, everything starts when New York wakes up. Okay, baby. Yeah. So, like, you're behind. And
my biological clock is kind of on Pacific time, so.
But you'd be so fucked if you lived
there.
I
would be so fucked.
Like,
you're so
right.
Fucked. I would be so fucked.
Because the only way to get by is you wake up at 5:30.
Yeah.
You start taking meetings at 6, and you're like, maybe your day wraps up around.
I guess I'll just live here forever.
Yeah, but then, like, you are like, I'm going to go walk outside and just, like,
take in the sun,
look at a palm tree, and also, like, be on a movie lot, and that's fucking cool. So I guess I just feel romantic about entertainment and the city that makes it
tick,
that powers it. Yeah,
it is really cool. There is something, like, also, like, I was thinking about this when I was in California. I was like, this place isn't real. Like,
I know.
That's why I do like coming home here, because, like,
Same.
It is super real to the point of being painful. But, like, everything in California, it's like, that mountain isn't fucking real.
No, that kind of falseness or, like, mirage quality of the whole city is romantic to me.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. And there's something very, like, F. Scott Fitzgerald about the whole thing.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
Fine, I'll take your point.
All right, then what's your most romantic?
So mine, okay, sorry.
The pervert's fiddling again.
The pervert's fiddle.
New merch.
So I think that we're kind of in a season where my most romantics are going to start being more about baseball and more about the pool.
Cool.
/ summer. But I think I've been doing a really good job about not talking about baseball too much. But I was at the pool yesterday, public pool, obviously, huge stan. And I'm starting to realize that, like, I'm recognizing people at the pool, so I know people are starting to recognize me at the pool. Like, I'm a townie.
You're a townie.
I'm a townie at John Jay Pool.
Uh-huh.
Which is great. It's my community. I love it there. But yesterday I was there reading Deep End, which, by the way, I kept having to put down because I was like, this is inappropriate.
Totally, yeah.
But I think I said previously on the pod, they opened up the diving well this year for the first time in years.
What? I didn't know that.
Yeah, the past 2 years, 3 years, it's been closed due to the national lifeguard shortage, which, please, let's raise awareness.
Yeah.
Get out there. Get CPR certified.
We should put a call this hotline.
Yeah.
Please reach out to me if you have any questions. I
My-
was a lifeguard for 10 years.
My youngest brother is spending the summer in the city right now, and he was like looking for a job before he moved here, and Siege was like, become a lifeguard. He's like, I can't swim.
Which is actually, you do need to know how to swim. Because, like, the one thing, you really got to swim 20 laps to be able to. Anyway, the diving well has not been open at John Jay for the past few years because of the national lifeguard shortage. But this year they opened it up and it was really cute. This is not my most romantic, but it's related. It was really cute. Everyone, like, the first day it opened, they were like, and now the diving well over the speaker, and like everyone clapped. It was really cute. And the diving board's like a foot off the ground. It's like
Cool,
ridiculous.
very cool.
And you're only allowed to dive in the pool. You're not allowed to, like, swim in it, which is frustrating to me because I would love an extra body of water.
Yeah.
And I'm not going on the diving board. It's just,
Why not?
I'm not absurd.
You're not a diver?
No, I'm a swimmer.
Right.
But yesterday, this girl, I think her name was Cece. She was, like, probably 5. She was standing on the edge of the diving board, flipping out. Again, this diving board is like a foot off the ground, maybe. And she's just like, ah! There's a line behind her. And her mom is pissed. She comes storming over and she's like, why did you go up there? She's like being mean. She's like, why the hell did you go up there if you weren't going to go off the diving board?
my God.
She was being really mean, honestly, to the point where I was kind of like looking around at my community, like, should we report her?
Lock arms for Cece?
Should we citizens arrest this woman? I don't know. But I also kind of respected her for being like, don't hold up the line.
Yeah.
But she was being mean. And it was only like making Cece freak out more. She was like, ah! And so then the mom's finally like, get down. Like, this is ridiculous. So she gets down, but then she couldn't let it go. She was like, I really want to go off the diving board. And the mom's like, you've done it a million times. I don't know why you're like freaking out. Like, I'm listening to the whole
Yeah,
because I'm right there. And she's like, you're fine. This is absurd. And the girl's just like sobbing. She's also wearing like metallic goggles she hasn't taken off even a second. She's like, ah! And then finally she goes back up there again, freaking out. We're all now watching because we're like, now we're all rooting for her. And she finally went off the diving board and everybody clapped.
Oh, cute.
And it was so cute. Oh. And it just made me, I mean, I'm just always romantic about the damn pool.
Totally.
But especially about my neighborhood and just like how, I don't know, New York.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, kind of fuck that mom, but in the end,
Hey.
Cece got hers.
Good cop, bad cop.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're both. I don't know. That's tough.
Yeah, that was mine.
Sweet.
Yeah, it was
Way to go,
really cute.
Cece.
I was so proud of her, yeah.
She got a applause in the moment and now a shout out on books too.
Yeah. And I
job,
used her
Cece.
full real name. And then like also the mom was like, and then you have to swim across the pool, and she was a great swimmer. I was like,
Great.
why was she scared? When they opened the diving well, someone jumped into the pool and fully was like, wait, I can't swim. And then the lifeguard had to jump in and get them.
There are so few of me. Don't risk my lifeguard
your
status
resources.
with this. Yeah. Sorry.
So yeah, that's fine.
That's so sweet. I love it.
Yeah.
Way to go, Cece.
Way to go, girl.
All
I
right.
knew you could do it. I was also, sorry, just to sort of tie the bow on this, it was so cute how, like, she was so afraid, but it was like she knew she had to do it, you know?
That.
Like, and I feel that way every day of my waking life.
Totally.
That I'm so afraid, but I must do it.
Do it scared, yeah.
Do it scared, yeah. So,
Ah.
props.
I stand with her.
Yes.
What an inspiration. All right, listen.
Cheers. See you next time.
Bye. Way to go, girls.
Yeah.